Okay, so we got some news that really kind of perked my interest regarding um, Universal Studios Hollywood, not Hollywood, but Universal in general. That's kind of what I mean. Um, the news in question that we got was really kind of like it was just absolutely fascinating to me. In that it looks like Horror Unleashed, even though we're like about less than a little over a month away from it opening, because I think the opening is in August for the location in Vegas. Well, they have announced that there will be a location in. There's going to be a new location in Chicago, which is kind of pretty fascinating that Chicago, like they're doing a whole horror location in that one. I would figure that they would try to do like an if they were going to do another location, which I'm even shocked because it kind of shows what how much faith they have in this kind of project because I'm curious to like they must show how much faith they have if they're already announced like a project for Chicago. But again, if they were going to announce another place, I figure it'd be somewhere in LA, so it'd be Hollywood adjacent, and also kind of like having that synergy with Hollywood itself. I mean, with Universal Studios Hollywood, or like vice versa, they could do that for Orlando. Kind of strike while the iron is hot with Epic Universe and all that. So we now have a second location coming of Horror Unleashed, and it just kind of shows that like Universal is just not stopping. You would think after Epic Universes and Horror Unleashed, they would just kind of calm down and just kind of like stop, just kind of pump the brakes. But no, between that, they've also got the Texas location, Universal. I think it's called Universal Family. That's coming to Texas with a possible expansion there. There's also going to be expansions for Epic Universe. There's one already on the docket, but I think that's just more for land expansion and just so it can have a little more shops and whatnot in Celestial Park over at Epic. And of course Universal UK, which that one I'm shocked is still going. So it just kind of shows that like even though now Disney suddenly like gone to DEFCON 3 and is now like they're already talking about like Disney Disney Dubai, that's been announced, but it's so far away. There's also like again they're already starting construction on a new land. They're basically ripping the heart out of Frontierland and making a Cars place. And there's also the Disney Villains, and there's now talk of a fifth park coming to Orlando. It's really fascinating that they just like now Disney's trying to frantically catch up, and Universal was like, stay down. That's really what it feels like. Was that they were like I think even Disney thought, hey. They're gonna like pump the brakes after they're gonna after throwing so much money at stuff. They're probably gonna like pump the brakes on certain things, right? Like that's the idea is that they're just gonna like pump the brakes on after Epic and then maybe just rank in the money there. And then they realized, oh no, Universal is not stopping. They are just going to continue, and we could be very much boned. Like we're about to enter a bone zone. So the question now remains as to what could be in, what could be now in this new Horror Unleashed. Now, in the Vegas site, has now been confirmed. Like it's got all of them. The four houses are going to be Universal Monsters, Exorcist Believer, Scarecrow the Reaping, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Those are the four there. Now, will they clone? They could now, now it stands to reason that they could easily clone the houses, right? Like they could easily just clone the four horror houses there and put them there for like phase one. But I personally don't think that's going to be the case. I don't think Universal would just copy and paste the four haunted houses where they can just pull from a lot more. So for shits and giggles, I'm going to talk about like what four houses I would pick haunted houses I would pick for Horror Unleashed Chicago. And as always, you guys tell me in the comments below. So the first one I would really like to see is Graveyard Games. Graveyard Games was an original house that had some beautiful atmosphere. It had some great scares where you think the scare's coming from here, but it comes up behind you, or it's from a false wall and you get scared from somewhere else. It had people falling out in droves. So Graveyard Games I would love to see come back. It would be a great one, and also maybe have like a little more expansion on it. So Graveyard Games would be my first pick. Moving on now, because it looks like One Original House 3 IP is the name of the game for right now. So there's our one original house. So the other three would be IP. So for the next house, my next pick, because we do have already Universal Monsters, but it's not going to be Universal Monsters on this list. I don't know why I said that. My next pick would be Halloween. Halloween, and it makes sense. Haddonfield is in Illinois. It's just kind of perfect. It's what you call their synergy. So Halloween, having a Michael Myers house and probably just so they could save it because they do have the rights to it. They could just do Blumhouse They could just do the Blumhouse Halloween trilogy and go from there. So I think it's kind of because again, you're in Illinois. Halloween is based there, and everyone loves Michael Myers. So it's just kind of perfect. So that would be my first IP pick is Halloween. I keep trying to hold it like I'm holding up a knife. For the next one, this one's a little fascinating, but I think it's a cool house, and I think they could bring it back. And that is American Werewolf in London. American Werewolf in London is a great werewolf film and a great haunted house at Halloween Horror Nights. It was one of the best they had of the year. I think it was 2018 it came out. It had some great scares, great use of puppets. It was an early use of puppets. And now how good Universal has been with puppets as well as animatronics for their houses, for the haunted houses, I would dare say that it's perfect. It's absolutely it would be even more perfection to see how they would utilize those werewolves. So American Werewolf in London is the third pick for this one. And finally, for the third house, my pick for the third house, this one they would have to get with Warner Brothers on, but my pick for the third house would be Evil Dead. I think Evil Dead would be a solid one. As to which one, I would actually go with the first movie. Base it around the original first movie. I think you can just make a facade out of the cabin. I know they've done Ash vs. Evil Dead in the 2013 movie, which I don't even know if you can call it a remake anymore because it's now technically in canon. So I would say Evil Dead would be another great one. I think you could get some solid scares out of that one. And Ash is from originally Illinois, even though yes, the story takes place in Tennessee. No, Ash is from Michigan. Excuse me. That might cause a little stir, but still, everyone loves their Boomstick Man. So there you go, guys. Just wanted to throw this out here, and it's just kind of amazing that not only is Universal keeping the boot on Disney's throat, it also looks like they're really putting a lot of stock in horror. They're between Dark Universe, Horror Unleashed, Vegas, I guess you can call it now, because now we have the Chicago location. There's just clearly a massive push that horror is now leading the charge for Universal Studios right now, and I can't get enough of it. So you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of Horror Unleashed Chicago? Are you guys excited for it? Are you guys not? And also, what 4 houses would you put in this, what 4 would you want to see in this location? Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.